Well, hello, Gumshoes fans. Chris here, and tribute to my friends over at Bustin Games. I decided to wear my Daryl hat, and I don't have my Daryl hair, but it's growing. As you can see, it'll be full mullet by the time Gen Con rolls around. But today, I'm going to introduce you to a game of theirs that I got to play this year. One of two that I got to play this year, but this one's actually available for purchase. It's a game called Cheap Shot. Cheap Shot is a game of Insult Rummy. If you know how to play 500, Rummy, Gin, that kind of thing, then you should be able to play this game. Now, so you get rules. Rules are nice and, they informative. You even have your little point chart back here and advertisements for their other games. Shows you how to count up your points just in case. But they're very explanatory, and they have all the information you need. Next, you get your box full of cards. Now, there's this channel through the middle, and it's got essentially 3 decks of cards. So I do recommend that if you're going to play this game, invest in a card shuffler. Now, the cards are a nice cambric finish. I don't know if you can see how close that is, but there is a kind of a waffle texture to the cards. They are your standard poker-sized cards, and like I said, plays just like a game of Rummy or Gin. You shuffle up all 3 decks worth of cards. I think it's 156 cards or something like that. But you mix them up, then you deal out 7 cards to each person. Pretty standard. Flip over one that is going to be your discard pile, so any card there, you got to pay attention to 3 different colors. There's the green, which is kind of what you're directing your insult to. Basically, you pick one of your other players and go, in fact, at Thanksgiving, I said, okay, Mom, your prison cellmate, okay, because you got to have the subject of the thing, and then you start throwing on insults. Now, you could go, Mug's little old ladies, because, well, hey, why wouldn't you be in jail? And so, that would be like 3 points worth. But, if you've got an and, or even a word that has and at the front of it, you can continue building on. So, I can say, your prison cellmate, Mug's little old ladies, and, where's Granny Panties? And this is one of my favorite insults, is uglier than a hat full of smashed buttholes. You don't hear that every day. It's a really interesting insult. Some of the insults you'll recognize, and you can also play defensive cards. So if my mom was like, no, she can play the red cards, which are defensive cards. In this case, it's real mature. So she could play that against me. Now, when she plays a card against mine, prior to her playing that card, would have had this entire run of cards, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 21 points worth of run right here. And depending on how many players are playing, it gives you a difference on how many points you're playing for. It's either 75 or 100. And because the points are so low, it does take a little while to get to that. Now, by playing real mature, she gets to choose one of the cards in my run to take into her hand. So this will remain a point under her, and then she takes one of my cards, reducing my 21 points down to just 15 in one card. Doesn't matter where she takes it from, yes, as long as she takes it. Now, at the end of my turn, I also have to have something to discard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I would have used 6 of my 7 cards. Well, technically 8, because I would have drawn. So I would have went and discarded something I didn't feel I needed. I will say that ands are very crucial in the game. And it also helps to have somebody to insult. Some of the insults won't make sense. Some of them are like, But, you know, this was a very fun game. We sat down and played for a couple hours at our Thanksgiving dinner this past year. Please give them a check. Look into their game. This is Cheap Shot by Bustin Games. Their other games are Redneck Life, Oh No You Don't, Trailer Park Wars. In fact, you'll find reviews for both Redneck Life and Oh No You Don't on the website. And hopefully this year I'll have a copy of Flea Marketeer that we can do a video for as well. But thank you for joining us at Game Gumshoes, and happy gaming.